Welcome back, vapors. Vaping Cowboy. Today I'm going to go over, got a little bit of vape mail today. This is actually my second video today. I got two packages in the mail. The first one was my review on the Nemesis clone from Fastech. This one, I just got this in today. This is from SS Vape. So let's open it up and see what's in there. Nothing else in there. This is the Hana Modz. It's in green. Let's see what we got going on in here. We got our nice little USB charger. And we got a pretty hefty instruction manual. Oh, it's just one page. There's the instructions on how to use it. Yeah, how to use it. It says batteries not included. User's guide. The display. How to lock it. Stealth mode. Right and left mode. Power lock mode. It's got error messages on what it could be, like check Atomizer if it's shortened, check the battery, a weak battery if it's too hot, too low, and then it says DNA specs. So I've actually been waiting for this for a while, and it finally came. So we're gonna take this out. It's really nice and shiny. It's green. Here you got your 510 connection with a well. Then you got your back here. It's got the two screws. Take those off, and then the back panel comes off. Then there's a battery tray in there, so you can do that. Here's your LED screen. Here's your charging port. Down here is your venting hole. It's got some nice clicky buttons on the side. Yeah, I like that. So I'll set that down. I'll go down a little bit of what exactly this mod is. I'm sure you've seen quite a few of these. This is my first Hana Modz ever, so I'm actually pretty excited. So this is made out of 6061 billet aluminum. This is a DNA30. It's a controlled battery pack with a 510 connector. It's variable wattage. Lets you control the watts, not the volts. Goes all the way from 7 watts all the way up to 30 watts. That's why it's called the DNA30. It's actually pretty nice mod here. I've been wanting one of these for a very long time, since DNA20s came out and Hana Modz came on the scene. This is actually version 2230 is my number. So and this stuff is from what I've heard, is this stuff can scratch really easy. So I would recommend getting a wrap for it. I actually have a wrap that's getting custom made, and when that comes in the mail, then I'll do a review on how to put a wrap on a Hana Modz version 3. So let's we'll go up and close on this, take it apart, look at it, put a battery in it, put it back together, take a couple vapes on it. I'll let you know what I think for my first variable wattage that goes up to 30. I have a VTR. That was actually my first variable wattage device. Actually, volts and watts on that, and I actually liked it. It's nice and heavy. I took it to work all the time. I dropped it multiple times out of my pocket, whether it was in my shirt pocket or whatnot. But yeah, it just keeps on ticking. that VTR. You know, if you're in the field of work like I am, like warehouse work, and you know you might drop it on the concrete floor, I recommend that. Also, the nice thing about the VTR is it's got a top. Your tank sits alongside, so your tank sits here and there's a cage here, so if you drop it, it's not gonna break your tank right away unless you hit it just right. Then you know there's nothing you can do about that. So all right, so I'll go get a screwdriver, we'll take it apart, and then we'll vape on it. All right, so now we're up and close and personal with this Hana Modz V3. As I pointed out earlier, here's the charging port. Here's your LED screen. It's going to tell you your watts, your volts, the resistance on your atomizer. Then you got up here, you got your 510 connection with the well, and then you got your 2 screws there for the back plate. You got your clicky buttons here. This is your fire button. These are your functions to go up, go down watts. These also control your stealth mode and your locking mode, you know, all that fun stuff. So let's take this apart. You know, I've wanted one of these since as I said earlier, I wanted one of these when I saw them on when they were DNA20s. And now with the clones on those that are coming out on the market, you know, it's kind of hard to discern what's a real hand and what's not. There is actually a lawsuit happening right now, because when you first power on the Hana, it says Hana Modz on it, and the clones are also the same way. So if you're going to buy one of these secondhand, you need to make sure exactly you are getting a Hana Modz, otherwise you will get ripped off. So, you know, I've seen some of the clones, the one-to-ones, like the ones that are just coming out now. They're actually one-to-one to these Hana Modz. The other ones that you see like on Fast Tech, this back cover here actually is this whole back spot, so there is a line here. So when you could get juice dripped in there, and then goes all your circuitry, your mod's dead. So you know, if you can't afford something like this, I mean, these go for $249. It's not cheap, but you know, if you got the funds to do it, go right ahead. If you want to save some money, you can always try the clone if you can find them. You know, with that lawsuit out, I don't know how easy it is going to find them now. So we'll take this cover off. You know, it says 274 on there. But right here, you got your Hana Modz stickers. And then with the clones, this glass is actually clear. You can see all the circuitry inside. With the original Hanas, they're dark glass, so you can't see them. So your DNA chips in here. You got your circuitry, all your wires and that, and then you got your little battery tray. It says here 18650, and then it's got the positive and the negative. Because if you put these in backwards, you will fry that chip, and it's not a cheap fix by any means. So I mean, if you're handy with a soldering gun and know what you're doing, then I guess it's not that big of a deal. But I would rather just, you people not, you know, if you get these or even the clones, just put the battery in right. You know, they usually, red is for power, black is for ground. So I'll put in my battery here. See if it'll fit. Oh, that's a nice tight fit. All right. Put this back together. I'll turn around for the first time. You also want to make sure that when you're tightening these down, don't over tighten them. It is aluminum. Aluminum is a soft metal. May not be as soft as brass, but it's still pretty soft. So if you didn't know that, now you do. And knowing is half the battle, right? Okay, so we got this off now. Hit the button. It says Hana Modz. It's locked right now, so I can't. It says lock. Click 5 times. So to unlock these, you press the fire button 5 times. Now I can change the watts down or up. And if you hold it down, it'll start slow and then it'll start going fast. It'll go both ways, up or down like that. So, and it'll stop at 7 watts. There's a few other features on here, but in order to get to those, you have to have it locked. So we'll lock it up. Now, if you hold the down button and the power button at the same time, it says normal mode right now, and then it's going to say stealth mode. You let go. Now, no matter what you do, it's gonna, it says it's locked. So now it's unlocked. I can go up or down. I can fire it up, and it won't show nothing. To get that out, you have to lock it. So we have to hit the fire button 5 times. Now it's locked. So then you hold the down and the fire button. It'll say stealth mode, and then after a few seconds it'll say normal mode. And there we go. Now you can change this to left or right depending on which side you vape. So it still has to be locked. Now you're going to hit the up button along with the power button. Now it's in right mode. It's anywhere from 5 to 7 seconds. Now it says left mode, so now it's facing me. So we'll go back into right mode. Okay, now it's in right mode. There is also one more, it's called power locked mode. So in order to do this, we have to hold the up and down for a couple seconds. Now it says power locked, so I can't hit. So I can't adjust the up or down on that. So we'll lock it. Now we're going to hit the up and down. It's unlocked. Now I can move the watts up or down. So that's pretty much it for the up and close part of this. So we're going to go back out to normal view, and then I'm going to attach one of my atomizers, and I'm going to take a couple vapes on this for the first time. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're back in normal view. So right now I got my HANA V3 mod. I got my Typhoon GT. You have to make sure that if you are using HANA mod with this Typhoon, you have to bring out the pin on the Typhoon itself, because normally, like on my Stingray, it was fine, but this one, it's a little deeper, the 510 connection, so I had to bring that out just a hair more. So I'm going to take a vape on this. This is going to be at 7 watts, so it'll be at 3.6 volts. It's very smooth. It's got everything that mechanical mod, but this this is regulated device, unlike the mechanical mods where they start dropping off after a while. This is going to be regulated the whole time through your battery anyway. So it's I like it. So I don't know what else much there is to say. Let's crank up these watts a little bit. We're going to go in uncharted territory here, so for myself anyway. So I'm going to do 20 watts this time, and that's going to be 3.6 volts. It's chucking the vapor. The flavor's there. It's really good. I know that some juices do break down the higher you go with voltage wise and wattage wise as well. So you know, if you find that your juice is breaking down when you have something when you're vaping at a higher watt than normal, if you tone it down a little bit, you can just find that sweet spot. And you know, some people are out there and they're there just for the vapor part. They're not there for the flavor. For me, I do like the vapor, but the flavor is more important to me, because I mean, what's the point of just vaping to get big clouds all the time? I mean, I concede some of the time, but that's just a personal opinion for myself. I mean, if you like the vapor more than you do the flavor, more power to you. So let's do the 20. All right, I'm gonna scoot this back up. Let's just go right for 30. Be done with it. 30 watts is going to be 4.1 volts on this. It seems like my wick isn't the best right now, so it's not wicking completely at 30 watts. I'll just have to finagle with it a little bit, but I'll give you a side view of the vapor here, if that's what you're into anyway. Alright, so I'm going to take this Typhoon off, and I'm going to go with a different atomizer. I'm going to go with an RDA. I think I'm going to use my Trident clone. Like here, the Trident clone, it's not a hi Kari, excuse me. The Trident clone isn't a 22 and a half, because the Typhoon is 22 millimeters, but the bottom part sticks out with the knarling around it, so it fits just perfect in this well here. But this one, there's gaps around it. So this one I did build to, this one says 0.5 ohms, but my ohm meter says it's 0.6. I haven't used this one in a while. So this is just single coil mode here. I don't have a dual coil in this one. We're going to use a black cherry berry for Mount Pocono vapes. If you haven't guessed it by now, I truly just love the Mount Pocono vapes flavors. So if you haven't seen that video, you can go to the one I did 2 videos ago, and that will okay, and that will, you get a general idea of Mount Pocono vapes, what their quality is with their I did four of their juices. They had 61 at the time I did that video, but now they added I believe it was 7 new flavors, 7 or 8. But now they have a total of 69 of them. So highly recommend Mount Pocono Vape. So check those guys out for sure, and tell them that I sent you. So this one here, it says it's 0.5 ohms. It's going to be 30 watts. Let's tone this down. I'll go 20 watts on this one, since it'll be the first time I'm doing it on the Trident clone. Single coil. And this is going to be 3.7 volts. Cat keeps trying to jump up on my lap, sorry. Yeah, that's just that black cherry berry. I just don't know what it is about it. It's just fantastic. I'm just chucking the vapor. I believe this is 100 V. No, this is 80 PG, 20 VG. This is one of the ones that I got my fiance unfortunately, she's not able to vape it anymore because she broke out in hives from it. So there's something in the ingredients that that she's allergic to. So, but you know, that's what I first started vaping on when I ordered from them. So, you know, that's more bottles for me, right? So, all right, we're gonna jet this all the way up to 30. All right, 30 watts. This is going to be 4.2 volts. I mean, it's just thick, man. And it's, you know, it's the 80-20. I mean, with the 100% VG, it's going to be even more vapor. I might have to just go into my stash and take out one of my 100 VGs of the black cherry berry just to see how much more vapor it produces. You know, I do like the vapor and the flavors there, and with Mount Pocono vapes, they're both there, even if you are at 100% VG. It might not be as potent as when you do have the PG in there, but it's still a tremendous flavor. All the juices that I've tried from there is, and so another shout out, Mount Pocono vapes. You can Google them. They're based in, I believe it's Washington. Don't remember right offhand, but excellent up and coming company. So I'll take another toot, and then we'll get out of here. So this is the Hana Modz V3. I got it in the green. You can oh, I almost forgot here. Sorry. I'm gonna go to where I got it from. I got it from ssvape.com, and they are going for $249. $249. And right now, the only available options that they have in their colors is black and gunmetal. Gunmetal is a gray color, so if you don't know that. But when I ordered from them, they didn't have the red, the green, and the blue. So I got a total of 5 colors. They got the gunmetal, they got the black, the blue, the green, and the red. So right now, I mean, sure, if you wait, or maybe you could email them, send them a question, you know, if you want the blue, green, or red. I'm sure you could go about that way and see when they're going to be taking orders for those, or even if they will anymore. But right now, they're taking orders for black and gunmetal. Also be warned that when you do order one of these Hana Modz, that whatever vendor you go through, from what I understand, it is 8 to 10 week period that you're going to have to wait. So with SS Vape, you pay for it right away, and then you have to wait the 8 to 10 weeks. So just a few specs before I go here on this DNA30. Obviously the watts are 7 to 30. Voltage is the minimum. It says 4 volts for the output. But I did the 3.6 on here. It also depends on your coil that you make too, if you're making your own coils. And then the max volts is 8.3 volts. And then your current, the max is 10 amps with the atomizer resistance. Minimum is 3.3 ohms. Typical is 1.5. The max is 3.3 ohms. The input voltage minimum is 3.2 volts. Typical is 3.7, and the max is 4.3. This one I'm at 4.2 on the Trident clone here from Fastech. And then for your input current, your minimum is 1.5 amps. Typical is 6. The max is 7 amps. And the nice thing about this chipset is the efficiency on it is spectacular. It's 94%. And as you know, what comes in the box is the Hana Mod charging cord, and then the instruction manual. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me a message. You know, you can put it in the comments or send me a personal message on YouTube. I do get back in a reasonable amount of time. My wedding is coming up, and I just knew what it was too. Got 43 days. 43 days is what I have left, so I can't wait. I mean, I found someone who makes me happy, and she loves me for who I am, and I love her for who she is. So that's all you can ask for. So, but it's not about me and her. So this is about the vaping. So yeah, if you send me a message or whatnot, I usually get back to you within a day. You know, when more popular I become, if I do, if not, then that's fine too. I'm just trying to spread the word to get people to switch from analogs to a more safer alternative. But I get back to you within a day. You know, I do what I can, so. And that's pretty much all that we ask for out of anybody. So this is it. One more vape. Hana Modz V3, $249. They also have clone mods out there that are similar. You can get those cheaper. They're around about $70 to $80 if you can find them. Yeah, that's all I have for you on this video. So one more toot and then we'll let you enjoy the rest of your Friday. Just remember, always vape hard, my friends, and we'll see you again.